Yeah, good dude. He put me in the room with John, and he made me and John have an arm wrestling match. And you know, I'll put it to you like this: I did what I do. You know, and John said at the end of the arm wrestling match, he said, "Yo, Bump, man, I'm a big fan, man. I would love to do some work with you." We exchanged numbers, and we became real good friends because he came to my studio. And he was rhyming, and I was like, I wanted to hear what he had. You know, like he was in my studio, he was rhyming his butt off, and I was like, yo, this dude really grew up on hip hop. I put him through the most grueling authenticity test ever. I made him spit. I was telling him, asking him questions about him. He knew everything. He knew everything all the way back to Kington III, dude. I was really impressed.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, John, man, you really serious about hip hop, huh? And his cousin Trademark, who was also on that project, he played. He was in the video too. He's really like a real bona fide MC. He's a big fan of AZ, and I mean, I was listening to them. You know, these guys really come across with their honest passion about it, and I agreed to work with him. And I thought it was and I kind of grew into a friendship with him based on how he was handling me, which he was very respectful, always courteous about my time versus his time. You know, sometimes when guys are as big as that, they just call you and say, yo, I'm in town, I'm coming through, you know, whatever. But John was always like, yo, if you could meet up with me, that'd be cool. We started hanging out outside of that. Every time I asked him to come anywhere, he came. I took John to the projects in Brooklyn. I took John to SOBs. He jumped on stage. Whoever had Hulk Hogan in SOBs on stage and introducing them to do a show. Like he was doing anything I asked him to do, and he was authentic and he was real about it. So we became good friends, and then it just turned into other opportunities. And to this day, we're still good friends.
That's a blessing, man. That's really truly a blessing. You know, I'm not even a wrestling fan like that, yo. But when I time to time I turn on because my homies, you know, they into that. And I would just hear that song, and every time I hear that song, I think of you, and I said, damn, you know. Then, like I said, once again, inspiring. Is it any artists out there right now that you didn't get a chance to work with that you would love to get in the studio with right now?
Oh man, you know what? There's a couple, man. I always wanted to work with Joel. I like Joel Ortiz a lot, man. I think I actually did a song with me, him, and who else is on it? I think Little Fame is on the record. I think JS1 produced it or something like that. But I wanted to really work with him. They sent me the whole email collab thing. But I always liked Joel Ortiz. I like Mano. I think Mano is dope. I like it's a couple of cats, man. I just finished doing something with Buster, so I work with Buster. But honestly, I would love to do something with like a rock group. Like I like Green Day, and I like all of them dudes, man. I like that kind of stuff. Like I want to do stuff that's different. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to work with rappers. You know what I mean? To me, it's like collaborating with rappers. To me, is almost like it's like jogging 2 blocks. Done it and people forget about it. But I want to do something that's memorable. Like I want to work with dudes that people wouldn't expect me to work with. You know, I was being funny today on Twitter, and I said I wanted to do a song with Wilson Phillips or whatever it was. You know, Wilson or whatever. That was being funny. But you know, people started coming back with, no, I don't want to see that, because hip hop to me is so pigeonholed into doing the same things. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody want to collaborate with Jay-Z because he's huge, he's big. You know, I would love to do stuff with people that are just different. You know, I want to do stuff. I like working with one producer on an album. I don't want to do 10 producers on an album. Like if I was going to do an album with Ron G, I want 12 Ron G tracks. I don't want to do, because I believe that certain producers have the ability to keep a consistency for the duration from the beginning to end, like Gamble and Huff, like Quincy Jones and guys like that. I think hip hop shortens themselves when they start to just have any and everybody throwing music on their stuff, especially when you can get a hot beat or a hot 16 from the teller at the supermarket these days. You know what I mean? I want a custom-made album from classic, legendary producers, and that way it becomes. And I think the MCs have to really explain that. Like I just did a song. I did a whole album with KRS-One.
Wow.
And it's called Royalty. It's called Royalty Check, and I produced it. It's like, you know, a lot of people don't know I've been a producer for years, and I just, you know, I believe that production is something that grows with you as you go along in the game. It's like when you started off as a DJ, you wasn't a producer.
Yeah, that's actually what happened to me. You know, I was doing the blend tapes, and next thing you know, I started shopping beats and shit. Next thing you know, I start getting checks.
Exactly. And you was making heat. Like, people ain't gonna pay you if your stuff ain't right. You know what I mean? You have to know that. So a lot of these young producers that are coming up, I always wish them the best. I just think they come in the game, some of them, not all of them, come in a little too cocky, man, a little too arrogant. Like, they gonna always be that. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I've seen guys say, yo, man, F these old niggas, man, and all that stuff. But the bottom line is, not many people will ever get the blessing or the opportunity to be called old school. That means you've existed. You know what I mean? And I'm not ashamed to say that I'm an OG in the game, because, you know, I can't say that I'm anything else, because I'm not some young chippy, you know, trying to be, you know, 15 again. You know, I remember when Special Ed first came in the game, and everything was raw. Then when he did that video when he was in the junkyard and all that, you know, that rawness. What was that song called? I Got It Made or something like that.
Yeah. You
know, very raw. You know, I just miss the rawness of hip hop, man. So there's a few cats that I like, but, you know, nobody blows me away in hip hop that I feel like I need to make a song with them or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
What's up next for Bumpy Knuckles, aka Freddie Fox?
What's next for me? What's next for me is I just finished doing my DJ Premier album, which I'm so in love with it. He put one of the songs on his new project. I did the album with Static Selector, and the only collaboration on that whole album is me and Nori. Static Selector produced the whole record. I did a whole album with Jesse West.
Yeah, I remember Jesse West. That's what's up.
Yo, Jesse's a beast. I did a whole album with Jesse. Like I said, I got the KRS-One album that I did. I'm just making music, man. I'm just making music and loving my life, man, and doing hip-hop the way I feel I want to present it, coming from Freddie Fox. And you know, I'm not listening to all the people and they're critiquing and hating and all. I don't listen to all that stupidity, man, because at the bottom line is the problem with, I think, a lot of the people in the game is that the fans became your competition. Before you can get a good audience in the room, everybody's off into the studio trying to make a better album than you made. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, the fan base is what it is. It may have gotten smaller, but at the same token, there's so much to listen to out there. All you can really do is you. You know, I'm on the internet showing my presence. I got the Corrupt Mob radio show on Ustream that I'm broadcasting.
That's hot. That's definitely good. I need to get up there and say what up.
Please, man, I'd love to. I got great DJs online with me supporting what I'm doing. Great personalities on there. It's personality, visual radio, and, you know, it's one of my passions to always do broadcasting in some shape, form, or fashion. And I'm just doing what I do, man. I got a beautiful, beautiful family. I love, you know, my family, and I'm just kicking back, and I'm still Bumpy Knuckles doing what I do, man. The people that treat me right and show me love, I reciprocate. Everybody else, you know, I blow them off like, get away. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm moving at a pace that's good for what I'm doing, and I'm only trying to grow, man, and be a better person. So if I can be a help to anybody and show knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of what I've learned in this game to help them become better artists, I'm always willing to do that. You know what I mean? I've paid a lot of dues, and I'm still paying dues, because you never stop paying dues as an artist, ever.
That's what's up. Don't forget, y'all, it's the Mix King, Ron G, on the line right now with my main man, Freddie Fox, a.k.a. Bumpy Knuckles. Freddie Fox, is there any advice you would like to give to the young generation coming up, you know, who want to follow your footsteps? Because, I mean, you got so many fans out there. You did so much in this game. Is there any advice you want to give to the young ones coming up?
Yeah, man, a couple of things. One thing is be original with your music, man. If you like Lil Wayne, or you like, you know, Chris Brown, or you like Justin Bieber, or whatever you like out here, be yourself. Don't try to be those guys, because they already exist. And don't listen to record labels telling you to try to be the next somebody else. You have to be
keep getting our money, and we just keep it rocking like that. You need me for anything, reach out. I'm here, man.
Anything for you, Ron. You know that. You my boy, man. Stay focused, all right? And thanks for the call.
I bet. You too. One.